that the row over Russian oil imports seems to be getting bigger, and External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar seems to be talking tough on it. As far as when it comes to the External Affairs Minister's recent visit to Russia is also concerned, this seems to be a latest statement that is now coming in from the External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar himself, where there has been a lot of controversy, especially when it comes to the heat on India coming from the United States of America, when it comes to the US asking us to buy energy from Russia to stabilize global energy market. And this seems to be, when it comes to the statement that has now come across as a clear message of Dr. S. Jaishankar when it comes to slamming the sanctions on Russian oil.
Allegations which come from the other side of not just purchase of oil but profiting from oil. How do you respond to those accusations?
Look, it's funny. You have people who work for a pro-business American administration accusing other people of doing business. Okay, that's really curious. But here's the point. If you have a problem buying oil from India, oil or refined products, don't buy it. Nobody forced you to buy it. But Europe buys, America buys. So you don't like it, don't buy it.
That's allegations which come from the...
Well, this is as far as India's stand is now concerned. Srinjoy, talking tough, giving out a clear message. India's External Affairs Minister seems to be pushing back against the Trump administration over Russian oil purchase.
Mr. Jaishankar used the word curious. Now, curious is very practical to use under these circumstances for the following reasons. There are two reasons for this. The first is that when India buys Russian crude, refines it and sells it to America, America tells us or has told us in the past that we will classify it as Indian petroleum. Now, that's the first point. The second, America has also told India in the past that when you buy Russian crude, you keep world prices of crude per barrel down. So if that is the message India has got from America in the past and in the recent past, this volte-face is actually curious.
And Srinjoy, when we speak of how, a point-by-point rebuttal that has been made by the External Affairs Minister, questioning when it comes to the US policies that was applying a selective and a biased policy towards India, not being one of the biggest buyers there, but reiterating when it comes to India's procurement is actually in line with the global market practices and necessity as a developing nation.
Yes, first of all, China buys more crude oil from Russia than India does. Secondly, at this point, the West, that is Western Europe mostly, buys more LNG from Russia than India does. Thirdly, at this point, America is also selling India oil. Not more than Russia, but is selling India some oil. So under these circumstances, where is the problem? Where is the unhappiness? That's very difficult to make out.
And also, especially when it comes to not just hitting out at, Donald Trump's policies coming in from America, but also at the EU, pointing out that India is not alone when it comes to purchasing Russian oil. As you said, China is also there, but others have similar ties that have not invited similar penalties. So why is India being singled out?
Yes, the main point is EU, European Union, the West, Western Europe. They all buy Russian LNG. Yes, the amount has been dropping in recent times, but it continues. The West didn't do a cold bath for themselves. They didn't tell themselves, okay, we will stop buying Russian oil, Russian LNG, Russian coal or whatever from today. Why is it that America buys a Russian fertilizer, $3 billion a year? That's a small amount by American standards, but it's still there. It's symbolic. So these things have to be looked out also for.
Yes, it doesn't get any clearer than this. The External Affairs Minister saying that If you have a problem buying oil or refined products from India, then don't buy it. Nobody is forcing you to buy it. Let's listen into that reaction again.
Allegations which come from the other side of not just purchase of oil but profiting from oil. How do you respond to those accusations?
Look, it's funny. You have people who work for a pro-business American administration accusing other people of doing business. Okay, that's really curious. But here's the point. If you have a problem buying oil from India, oil or refined products, don't buy it. Nobody forced you to buy it. I mean, but Europe buys, America buys. So you don't like it, don't buy it.
That's allegations which come from the other side of not